Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing another comic book review, and today's book is The Kill Journal, created by Gifted Rebels, and the creative team on this book is the Adam Lawson, who's the writer, and Jason Krager, who is the artist. And just like always, we're going to be reviewing the art, the story, and the quality of the book. So we're just going to dive right into this thing. As you see, the cover of this book is very different than most comic books. This is a faux leather hardcover book, and you could see the little details that are on the cover right here. There's some embossed and debossed details, like little symbols and such on here. There's the little gold inlays right here as well, along with the title. And I think this is perfect bound. I don't know if that's the right terminology, but you could see it right there. And yeah, so this is I actually really enjoy the cover and to see like the back has the same uh style as the front, just has this little eye and the symbol right there. I actually really like this journal. Very unique, or this cover. It's very unique. Um and it looks great when you put it on the bookshelf as well. And so let's dive into the interiors of this thing. All right. And so here we go. Are you a victim or are you a survivor? And here's issue one. So before we go even any further, I just want to make a comment on the format of this book. It's actually in a like a omnibus style format. This entire book, it's a essentially like a compendium of several issues and then also several smaller like ash can type like stories that are like little 8 page 10 page one shots. And this journal or this book um is the complete collection of all of those. And so with the main story, like issues one through I think there's 4 issues or 5 issues total. The main story of this book was written by Adam Lawson, and then the art was done by Jason Krager, and then the smaller one shot ashcan like stories have different creative teams. And so we'll just jump right into issue one. This book is very graphic, so it's not all kids friendly. There's a lot of violence, a lot of gore. There's genitalia, nudity, and all that stuff in this too. So I'm not going to show off everything in this, but I am a huge fan of this art style. See, this is just page one, and you could already see like the violence that has occurred in this church. People are hanging from the rafters. Other people are just sliced and diced here as well. You have a preacher that's trying to look like they're trying to put together the head of whoever this individual is, and you can see that they were just sliced right in the middle of the face. Just awesome artwork, man. Very gruesome, very detailed. Um, and here, this is basically the group that we will be following is the preacher and then some of the other people. I'll go over like the actual story once we're done reviewing this art. But yeah, so here's some of the one of the main bad guys right here. Right there. Cool design, very reminiscent of Jason. And there's other bad guys that have very cool, very unique styles or looks. Here's another one. These bad guys, they're called Revenants. And so you got the Revenant right there, stabbing that chick in the back. We got a cool big explosion right there. I like this style. And then this is a better look of that guy that stabbed that girl in the back. Each Revenant has a unique style to him, unique look, and also a unique power set as well. But yeah. So this is the look of Jason Krager's art, and we're gonna go into one of the supplemental stories right here. So this guy, His name is Finch. He's part of our main hero group that goes on and hunts the Revenants. And this is his backstory right here. The story was done by Brian Christgau, the art by Max Dio, colors Mike Spencer's, letters Adam Lawson. And so you see this right here. We'll go over this guy's little story real quick too. Finch was raised as like well, what do you call him? A fight dog, pit dog or something. He's one of those dogs that fights in the little dog fighting arenas. And so he was raised by his father, who's this guy right here. And his father raised him like one of those fighting dogs. So he's kept in a kennel alongside with these other dogs right here. There's a little glare right there, but you see he's in the kennel, being fed dog food alongside these other dogs. His dad trains him very harshly, has him running, beats him with the bat, testing his jaw strength by hanging on the tire. Burns him right there. You can see him being burnt when he's being disciplined and such. Um, and then his dad sends him loose in the arena to fight and kill other dogs. And as this little story progresses, you see that this dogfighting arena gets crashed by this guy right here. And this guy's saying, "Come on, it's just a prank." And this guy is a revenant. This revenant somehow has control over fire. He's burning some of these guys, and you see the durability of these revenants too. All these guys are just laying into him with guns and such, and he's just walking forward like nothing's happening. And this particular revenant, he gets a hold of Finch's dad, sets him ablaze. Finch is all pissed off, and then essentially vows to get revenge for his father. Because despite Finch being treated very poorly by his father, he still is very loyal and loves his dad. And that was a cool characteristic of this character. Um, he's treated like a dog. He's also loyal like a dog as well. And so, despite of his dad treating him like crap, he's still very loyal to him. And so, this starts Finch's journey on hunting revenants. And he eventually joins with the preacher and the other group as well. And so, we're back to issue 2, which starts off with another revenant. And this is Jason Krager's work. And we'll go over one more little side story, give you guys a little taste of that as well. Did I pass it? Yeah. So here's the beginning of another one. And this story is about this girl right here. I do not remember her name, so forgive me for that. But the story was written by Shay, uh, the one half of the Red Valkyrie team. Lines and colors, Michael O. Ooh, Michael O. I don't want to butcher your last name. Michael O. did the lines and colors. Adam Lawson did the letters again. And so you see the art style is different from Jason's, and then also from the previous one, the previous supplemental story. Um, and you see this woman going through her journey. And I'm not going to spoil the whole entire thing, but basically how it just goes is, and this is the direction that each one of these supplemental stories goes. You see someone from the main group that the story will be about, and it's about how they came across a revenant. And sometimes they help create one, sometimes they uh, like called them into their situation, and but each time there was some type of loss that was involved in it. And so this is this girl's loss. This revenant comes across, kills this dude. She's all upset about it, bleaches her hair, and then gives her a mohawk. And so, without going in the details of that story, that's basically what it was. All right. So now let's get into the story of this thing, because the art, I absolutely love it. Even the art from the supplemental stories, great job. Absolutely love it. Great detail on each one, and each supplemental story has its own little flavor that's unique to it, and I'm just a fan of it. Good job. And I love this format. I really love this format, man, because you get the issues and then you also get these small these smaller backstories for each character, and it just immerses you more into the world of the Kill Journal. So now that I said that, let's move on to the story. The story is the strong point in this book. The story is just it's good. It's unique, man. And so, um, in order to understand the story, you got to understand who are these people fighting. These people are fighting these creatures called revenants, and revenants, um, they are created through tragedy, and basically what this story lays out is that there is some type of like evil inside the soil of the United States, and it's um it somehow like causes like it basically curses people that are killed in a certain way. And so each revenant are they were innocent individuals that were brutally murdered, and these individuals have some type of attachment to the world still, like some type of something that was unfulfilled, or some promise that wasn't kept, or something that was broken, or something along those lines. And so, for example, we'll go into this one actually. This guy is a revenant. I don't remember his name, but he was basically this girl's boyfriend in high school. And this mask is something that this guy he would wear to like the Halloween school dance each year. And essentially, what happened to him? A group of guys, basically they beat him up at the school dance. Um, they bind they bind him to a tree and basically like beat him and bludgeon him to death. And the reason they do that is because this girl, she is from a affluent family, very rich, and they have a higher status. And this guy was poor, um, and she was kind of um, embarrassed of his status, but her family also uh, didn't want her hooking up with him. Basically, that's essentially what it was. And so her family sets up a situation where this guy gets jumped by some thugs, and then these thugs take it an extra step and actually kill this dude. And because of that, um this guy's body ends up getting cursed. He gets revived as a revenant, and part of the curse of the revenant is that they reenact their killing. And so when they kill and murder someone, or a group of people, they murder people that are somehow, they have traits or characteristics that are similar to the people that were involved in their death. And so he would kill people in similar manners, and all that. And the only way to truly get rid of a revenant is to kill them in the same fashion in which they were killed. And that's the cool that was one of the things that I really enjoyed about this book, is because these creatures, they're not just some like mindless, purely evil, um just creatures that are just mindless killing machines. They were actually created by other people, and they were created by the evil within others. And so this guy was innocent. He wasn't malintent. He didn't ask for or even deserve any of what he got. But because he got what he got, he became cursed, and then now he's reliving that cycle for essentially eternity. And uh and then the heart-wrenching part of it is that you have to, well, not you, but like, to get rid of them, you got to kill them in the same fashion in which they were killed. So you got to put them through the very thing that created them. And so it's like you have this connection, this like emotional connection, and sympathy and empathy for these characters, because of that. It's like, man, you gotta die twice, in the same fashion, in the same evil and wicked fashion. And that's just very, it's a very enticing and a very cool thing, uh, within this story. And like Adam Lawson, you did a great job, with that. That's a very cool, thing within this book, within the story. Um, and then here, like this is when you see them, they're actually going back to that same high school to reenact, um, the killing of that revenant that we were just looking at earlier. And so I'm not going to show how they do it, but like stuff gets brutal. Um, things are very violent in this book, but yeah, yeah. And so each issue, as the story goes on, is them, these, the group of our heroes basically, um, they're going after and taking down each revenant one at a time, and they got to learn how these revenants were killed, and then they got to reenact, um, that killing and kill them again to send them off permanently. And yeah, and so like you kind of see them, they had a they killed them again right here. And so, yeah, yeah. So we'll just move on from that, and we'll talk about the actual quality of the book. The quality is good. It's hardcover, faux leather bound, very unique, very durable, looks great. The interior pages, they're glossy, they're thicker paper stock. Um, yeah, good quality paper. Um, yeah, overall, very very high quality thing. Oh, and this is one of the prints that came available with this. I think this is Preston Acevedo that did this. Is it? Yep, yeah, it's Preston Acevedo. Um, great art, cool stuff. Using it as a bookmark currently. Um, but yeah, great quality. Um, I purchased this on the Indiegogo campaign, but he does. Uh, Adam Lawson, the grifted, the Gifted Rebels, publishing team. They have this book available on their website. I'll put it in the description, so you could go ahead and purchase it. It was $40 on the Indiegogo campaign, um, and it's also $40 on the website. Good quality. It's over 100 pages, so you can see it's a thick boy. And I recommend this. This has my full stamp of approval. Um, the entire creative team did a wonderful job with this, man. From Adam Lawson to Jason Krager on the main story, you guys knocked it out of the park. And then all of the other creative teams, with all the supplemental stories, each one of you guys did a great job. This is a example of a campaign that I absolutely love, and I have no reservation in backing, uh, Gifted Rebels and Adam Lawson and anything they do, again, because they produce high quality stuff, um, and the story and the art is always good. And so, great job, guys, great job. Um, so yeah, that's the end of the review. Thank you guys for stopping by and watching this thing with me. I'm going to be, doing other things on the channel as well. I'm probably going to start live streaming, and just do some nerd talk and stuff with that. Also, I'm going to open up my reviews to some of the books that are in the mainstream currently. And then also I'll be doing, I don't know if they'll be considered reviews, but more so like analyses, um, and just talking about, older story arcs, more iconic story arcs, like John Byrne's run of Man of Steel, um, and then other stuff like that, Green Lantern Rebirth, as well. Just iconic stories that really help shape certain eras of, comic books. Um, So yeah, I look forward to doing that. I'm going to end the video right there. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you again. Peace.